Good afternoon, Plymouth Regional High School sports fans. Today we've got Plymouth Bobcats playing the Kingswood Knights in a battle here. I'm here with Paul Ferentz. Hi, Paul.
Good afternoon, Michael. Good to be here.
And so we're looking at a nice day to play the game of football or any game. And the Bobcats are coming off a big win with Pembroke. Kingswood's got a little more of an uphill struggle. They had a rough time last week, but they're going to give it a shot today. I would like to just make a comment with regard to sending condolences to the Bow football team, the parents of the two children lost in the accident, as well as the entire community. It was a tremendous loss, extremely sad story, and we just want to let them know that we're thinking of them and that we hope that they'll be able to heal over time. So that's one of the things you never want to see, but they happen. So anyway, we're back here at Zulius Field, and we're getting ready for a kickoff shortly. We're going to have the toss of the coin and a Star-Spangled Banner, and then we'll have the game. So what do you got, Paul? Anything?
Well, Plymouth coming off a big win, went to Pembroke last week. Another beautiful day down there in New Hampshire, and Pembroke was trying to build on a program they started to build on a little last year, but the Bobcats were too powerful. It was a 35-point lead, running time. A lot of kids got in the game. I suspect that's what's going to happen today, Mike.
Yeah. Well, and what Plymouth did is they controlled the football. Long drives that take up a lot. Their drives were 7 minutes long, and when you do that, you not only do you control the ball and you score, but you don't let them on the field. And they were their passing game wasn't too bad. And I think that if they had more opportunities to utilize it, I think that they would have done better against Plymouth. Still not sure if they had enough horses to take it all away, but they definitely were a better team than they showed. Last weekend.
I like the passing play they have, the passing game they have. Mm-hmm. The Francoeur kid is really their go-to and who they build in the program around. Yeah. And he didn't. I don't think he was available last year, but I hope they get a couple wins. I like the offense, spread offense, pass the ball.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too, you got a kid like Francoeur. He's going to be tough to cover one-on-one, man-to-man. They spread out with 5 receivers out there and just a quarterback in the backfield. So everybody's got to go man pretty much. And if not, there's going to be a lot of holes out there. And Francoeur gets the ball and he can show what he does after he catches. He was a pretty tough kid to take down.
And the quarterback has a good arm. You got the ball to him.
Yeah.
And so I hope they have a good season. I hope they win a couple games. And you got to build a program up. It's going to be that's the spot that Kingswood's in right now. Mm-hmm. They got to build a program up. You can't show up with, 25 kids and think it's you're going to be competitive. Mm. They're as big a high school as we are. I don't know what all the kids are doing over there, but
well, maybe soccer. I think they do pretty well with the soccer program sometimes. And
speaking of soccer, our girls team had a home game yesterday. Pemmy Baker TV is broadcasting that now for your watching pleasure. Ended in a tie after 2 10-minute overtimes. No quit in either team, and they played hard. And kudos to the both teams actually, but Plymouth played hard. They had their opportunities. It would have been a good start to the season to finally win a game at home. Mm-hmm. But they're going to struggle. They got a new coach. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. So going back to last week's game against Pembroke, we had a half a dozen kids running the ball very, very well. I mean, you had the real first go-to guy was Anthony Ciotti, who ran for like 89 yards and did a great job. You had Mason Lessard, who had 6 rushes for 67 yards. You had Matt Cleary, who had a bunch, and I'm trying to think. Brock Tanner had a couple good runs. Dylan Welsh, he's gonna be big for us no matter where he's at, but he did well. So that gives you a little diversity, and it's more difficult to center on any one guy when you got 2 or 3 that can do that.
And no, they had Curtis Cross over center, who stayed within himself, threw some beautiful passes.
He did.
He didn't. He was not responsible for any turnovers. Handed the ball off nicely and ran the offense, and so he's getting a little more confidence. Today should be another confidence building, or if he's on for more than a half, I'd be surprised. But they have to get ready. They got a tough challenge coming up with Timberlane and Kennett in the wings, and making the playoffs is what you want to do, and that's a goal every year, which Plymouth usually meets that challenge.
Yeah. I think there's only been a couple years where they haven't. I think Chris Sanborn's first year, maybe they missed it by a game.
The cupboard was bare.
Yeah. Well, it was a new coach and introduced new stuff, and the kids, they had graduated a very, very good senior class the year before.
Exactly.
So it's tough because what happens there is you have a dozen or 15 seniors that graduate, and then the guys behind them haven't started, and it's different mentality when you start in the game.
Exactly.
And you feel more confidence and control than when you're coming in. So they had to kind of find themselves.
Well, Chris Sanborn and his team, especially with Tom Lamb on the defensive side, they have a blueprint that's been working for them, and you got to trust in them, and they come up with what they need to any given weekend, and it's going to be an exciting year. Yeah. Hopefully we'll stay normal, and we won't have any games canceled or anything, but it should be an exciting year.
Well, keeping kids healthy and with the COVID situation. I know there were some games canceled last night due to that. So hopefully everyone will be taking care of themselves and each other so we don't have to worry about canceling games and not being able to enjoy our Saturdays.
I have to give a shout-out to our field hockey team. I think they went down to Pembroke yesterday, scored 3 goals. And Lila Rose in goal first year, attempting to be a goalie for us. Give her a lot of credit for getting the shutout. And they're back on a winning track. And that coaching staff, Kendra Austin and the head coach Ashley Luffenberg, work very hard. They got a great group of kids. And hopefully they have another season where they make the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, Ashley's done a great job, as well as Kendra, over the years. I think that Plymouth, when they look at athletics, they look at field hockey as one of the better schools. So we're going to have the coin toss here in just a few minutes, and we're going to sign off.
At this time, the Plymouth Bobcats would like to extend our condolences to the Bow community for their tragic loss. Our thoughts are with you. Also on this day, at this time, I would like to take a moment to recall the events of September 11, 2001. On this date, 20 years ago, beginning at about 8:45 a.m., a series of terrorist attacks destroyed the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center and severely damaged the Pentagon. Commercial airliners were hijacked and flown directly into the 3 buildings. Nearly 3,000 people died that day. Today we remember our fallen American heroes who tragically died as a result of these attacks. I ask all of you to observe a moment of silence at this time in their honor. Thank you. Now, if I could ask everyone to please rise in joining us in honoring America at the playing of our national anthem. Today's national anthem will be performed by the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. William Gunn.
And we're back and getting ready for the kickoff. Plymouth they won the toss. They'll be receiving the ball. And then we'll get underway.
I suspect we're going to see. I suspect we'll see a lot of what we saw last week, Mike.
Yeah.
Ciotti left, Ciotti right. Picking up the yards, you need to soften up the defense. And I'd be surprised if, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris was throwing.
Yeah, I think he'll probably run the ball at him initially, the first series or two, and use the pass when he needs to. But it's also possibly a good opportunity to work on the passing game some. They did a nice job last week, and
surprising that they did, and I'm glad he's working on that. He's going to need all of his offense this year to beat some of the teams they got coming up. So you got to practice when it's live.
Yeah, and I know he spends a lot of time on all facets of the game, passing game included. So, they'll be ready. But then it's a matter of execution, under fire that you need to have. Okay.
Looks like Kingswood deferred.
And the kick is down to the 30, 28, 27-yard line, scooped up. And he's taking a ride, cuts upfield.
Oh, my goodness. He's going down the sideline. He's got a little
back
room.
Inside. He got taken down by the 28-yard line of Kingswood, I believe.
Is that Dylan? Dylan Welch. He's going to be a valuable weapon this year, Mike.
He is.
Special teams, offense. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised they put him on defense as well.
Well, you can see that he has a great vision of the field. He had the head up. He made a cut back at the right time. He knows what he's doing out there. He's a good all-around athlete. I guess he's a phenomenal skier and a good kid.
Yeah, good student athlete. Terrific teammate. Works hard and Chris Sanborn's going to get all he can out of him.
All right, we've got split left, and we're in our double wing with the single setback motion. Handoff and he got met, number 10.
Did not fool anyone on that play. Joe Peters.
That was
stuffed in the back. In the backfield for a loss.
It was Andrew Keniston, who's quarterback and linebacker, who made the tackle on that.
I can't imagine that.
No, I take that back. I'm sorry. It was Damian Gavel, who's a running back and linebacker. I don't think anybody touched him.
Well, Kingswood's going both ways today, Mike. They came down here with 22 kids dressed, and they're going to have a long day because they're not coming off the field. The best athletes have to stay out there.
Yep. And we're coming out with we're split wide to the left. Same formation, single back, full back, two wings.
Jake Crowley out left, first year playing and already contributing.
Motion, same play, but it was play action pass. Cross taking the corner, and he completes the pass, looks like to Welsh, who takes it down the sideline and into the end zone.
That's Calvin Swanson, number 20, not Welch.
Okay.
So good for Calvin right there. He's the short man. That's where Cole Johnston used to pick him up. Had send a man long, and he goes in the flat.
Yeah.
Easy toss for Cross.
Well, that's a waggle, and you've got three levels of receivers. You got one deep, one medium, one small, and the quarterback's got to check him off as he goes around. But what Cross did well is he got his shoulders squared up to the line of scrimmage so he could make that little dump pass.
Yeah, he didn't do that last week. You're right. We have a new kicker. Will Fogarty is on the soccer field right now.
It's up, and it looks good from here, and it is.
Let's try to get the number on that. 30?
Ciotti, young Ciotti, number 30.
Gianni Ciotti.
Gianni Ciotti.
Great kid. Another wrestler, Mike.
I know.
Terrific kid. He's going to have a great year. He's a happy little guy. He loves to contribute, be part of a team.
Yeah. So
that's good to see.
In, 10:52 left in the first quarter. Plymouth's up 7-0. Heck of a return on the kickoff, and then a nice play-action pass with a touchdown for Swanson. So you were saying he may come out and throw. Well, he did.
Right away. And
And that's a good call because I don't think that, he was getting chased from behind, but there was no penetration on the side when he rolled out
Right,
backside.
Yeah,
And
no
I'm
protection.
I forget who the lineman was, but I think it was maybe Landon Fogg was back there and kind of pushed the player off a little bit so Swanson could get the pass away.
Gianni's going to kick off.
Cross, I saw.
Nice kick.
Up in the air, down to the 18.
Beautiful kick.
Kingswood ran
Bumping
into
around,
his blockers.
gets a couple yards.
Yeah, and they're look like they're going to start about the 39-yard line.
And the idea that Coach Sanborn's going to run the offense and try these passing plays, Mike, you know what? You got to get it down to perfection where you're confident, especially when you come up against the big boys.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is you noticed what he ran the exact same formation and motion as he did the play before, but this time he didn't make the handoff and he rolled out. So they're getting the same look but with different results, and that's exactly what you want to have. Looks like Kingswood with a double tight.
Kingswood offense.
Three backs. Looks like a
little pile up right there. It's going to be thrown for a loss, Mike.
I don't know if that's the old Bay City T or what, but he's got three across in the backfield, and it doesn't look like a veer. Everything's pretty tight. The splits are narrow with the linemen. The backs are close in the backfield, and they lost about a half a yard, I think, on that, Paul.
Yeah. I don't know how they did last week. Kingswood did not look into that. They lost. I understand that. Don't know who they lost to.
Okay. Same formation, double tights. He pitches back to the fullback.
Nowhere. Ooh. Faked me out. Did he get a first down?
I believe he did.
That would be terrific. Move those chains.
That was a fake pitch, wasn't it?
Faked me out.
Well, last year I had a iPad with me, and I could see the plays, and you could really see up close to see who did what. I didn't bring it today, but maybe next time. So nice first down for Kingswood. They're on their 38, 39-yard line.
Good for them. Move those chains, Kingswood. 10. Keep our defense honest.
Oh, fumble on the ball.
Off
Ball's
the center.
down. I think the quarterback got it back. Otherwise, Plymouth would be excited, jumping up and down and pointing. So they lost about a yard on that, 2nd and 11.
So Kingswood lost last week to Merrimack Valley. And they've been struggling. Last year was not a good year either, as you know.
Coming up to the ball. It's a very, very tight offensive set with 3 backs, 2 double tight ends.
Quick pitch.
Pitch back to the backside halfback, who was taken down for a loss.
That defensive line is getting through, Michael. Offensive line for Kingswood's a sieve. They cannot hold up, cannot stand us up, and the kid can't even make it to the corner.
So we got 3rd and about 15. That defensive end is Caden Sanborn on that side.
Yeah, he's another one. Does not come off the field.
Yep.
If he isn't on center, he's going to be a guard or tackle.
Quarterback's back to pass, rolls out, hits his man.
Lefty, nice throw.
Nice throw.
Fighting for yardage here.
They did not make it. They look like they're about a yard or 2 short. Wow. But it was a nice play. He rolled out.
Beautiful. And lefty quarterback. We got to go for it here, Mike. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Well,
go for it.
I don't know. They're still in their own territory at the 48. They could hope to pin the Bobcats, back maybe and make it a longer drive for a touchdown.
Longer for their defense to stay out there and struggle. No.
But I think looks like they're gonna go for it here.
Exactly.
Looking at 4th and about 1.5. Same backfield.
I like to see this quarterback roll out again. He's trying to get him off sides, Mike.
So there looks like they're going to probably punt at this point.
That's good. We did not take the bait on that. That was worth the effort.
Well, I can tell you right now that if
It's a good test for our defense to hold their line. They're getting anxious.
if Kingswood does that on a regular basis, Coach Lamb knows it, and he's telling the kids,
Don't move.
"Don't move."
No, that's good.
The kids mentioned it last week against Pembroke, but the Bobcats get pretty good coaching. I mean, Chris Sanborn and Tom Lamb, they study the films and they study things about as good as anybody does.
No, they do their homework.
I don't care what level.
No, they're prepared.
And they know what to do. And if it doesn't happen, it's maybe the athletic ability isn't there, or somebody's out of place, or somebody makes a mental error, but they know what's coming and they know what to do. So
The play now, Mike, if I'm coaching Kingswood, is a fake punt. And just get your fastest guy back there, take off with the ball. It's doable, and Plymouth will not expect it.
Well, Paul, I'd like to play against you anytime. Well, they are going to go for it, looks like. What do we got here? Okay, we're in the shotgun. We got flanker left with double tights. 2 men in the backfield. And the fumble.
Oh, what a shame.
Fumble on the snap. That's the exchange. Quarterback was pulling back, and the snap. You know, it's extremely common. Something you need to spend a lot. I know we always spend a lot of time on the snap before practice even started, because the offensive center is taught to take a step.
You got the first down out of that? Good for him.
Wow. Well, he fumbled it
Forward.
That's great. Success is about you can fall down. As long as you fall forward, you're doing okay. So good for him, but that snap was definitely didn't connect, and that center is taking a step as he's snapping the ball, and if the quarterback pulls back too soon, he's going to drop the ball. So you got to really work on that mesh. So same formation with flanker left, double tights, fullback, and a stand-up halfback. And they give to the halfback coming across, and he's shut down with maybe half a yard.
Tries to cut up field, nothing there. But Kingswood is out there with an offense. They got 2 first downs. They're keeping our defense honest. And good for them. I hope they score.
Well, plays are all designed. If everybody does their job, you score a touchdown.
I know. Yeah.
So
I realize that.
Yeah. So here we go. We've got it's like a wing T almost. You've got a flanker to the right, double tights, fullback, and a left halfback who's standing up, straight ahead to the fullback, and he gets stuffed. Maybe a slight loss.
That could have been Tyler Stokowski right there, big number 77. Or it could have been a linebacker right in the gap. It's hard to tell from up here in our skybox. But nevertheless, the defensive line is holding their own right now.
Well, I saw in the scrimmage against Dover that Dover didn't run inside the tackles on them. So Plymouth's middle's pretty stout.
They're okay against the run. That's good to know.
Yeah. So here we go. They have flanker left, double tights, fullback, and halfback to the right.
3rd and long. Inside the 50.
And it's an inside trap.
A little counter.
And counter trap, and
Not
picks
bad.
up about 5 yards. That was a good play. I think
Not bad.
If he had the speed, I don't know if he bumped it outside, he might have gotten a little bit more, but that's okay. He ran it well.
So another 4th and 4, Michael. And it looks like no decision. Already a done deal. We're going to punt. Unless they're really smart and pull that fake I mentioned earlier.
Oh, bad snap.
Terrible.
Takes a bounce.
God, they're
Plymouth's
in
in
on
on it. Now number 10 is running.
That is a great fake punt.
And they
Almost
stopped him.
a first
They
down.
stopped him.
Almost a first down.
I think the punter was thinking the same thing as you, Paul. Let that ball hit the ground, picked it up, and ran. But so Plymouth takes over on downs at their own. Looks like they're 44.
Yep, just tough break for Kingswood. Center's having a hard time. It's the second time somebody's fumbled it after it leaves his hands, and so
So we're in the first quarter. Plymouth's up 7-0, And it looks like 5 minutes left in the quarter. It's hard to read from this angle. I don't know if you can see it, Paul.
Yeah, a little 5 and change.
Okay. So we're looking at first down on the left hash on the 44-yard line of Plymouth. And we're coming out with split wide right. Double tights. We got 2 wing backs and a full back. Motion.
That's Joe Peters with
Oh
the
boy,
counter.
that was
Double handoff,
was,
and he's wide open going down the sideline now.
There goes. He's
got some speed.
That's Swanson. Swanson's having a day. Did he make it? I think he got knocked out just before the
5.
Yeah.
Good for him. Big, strong boy. He turned down the Jets right there.
It's the old
ran a couple guys.
Double reverse. They had it set up like a trap.
Yep.
And then he handed off to the wing coming around, and it was perfectly executed. There was a hole, I think, that you and I probably could have walked through, and that's got to be a big hole. But
walking's all we do at this point, Michael.
A shout out to Mary Halloran and her daughter.
Kate Halloran, what a great kid.
Good athlete in her day.
Bowdoin field hockey. Mm-hmm. My daughter Leah wanted to follow her right up there and did the same. And wonderful program and good to see Kate.
Okay, first and goal. They're in a 200 formation with a wing, and they were going backside with
Dylan walks it
Welsh. Ran a 227 and basically walks into the end zone. That was a good call.
Untouched.
Yeah. Well, you know, that line is doing a heck of a job for Plymouth. They're getting the guys they're supposed to get. They're holding their blocks long enough.
That's where it begins.
It was just the very first play was the only one really where somebody missed somebody. But so we got your boy kicking extra point again, Gianni.
Great kid, that kid. Him and his brother having a nice contribution to the team this year. Anthony hasn't gotten a run yet, Michael.
No. Well, it's up, and it's good. He's 2 for 2.
He's pretty good. It's no.
Well, the Bobcats in the first quarter here are up 14-0 with about a little over 4 minutes, it looks like, left in the quarter. And they've done a pretty good job. They've executed well. You know, the big thing, they have not made mistakes.
No flags.
No flags. And that's huge because if you can execute, you're going to be much more successful. I mean, it's even if you're not quite as strong as the other team, if you execute well, you'll do much better. It's when you get kind of off your game that you lose yardage and you fumble the ball and all that sort of stuff. But well-coached team, and got to hand it the Kingswood Knights. They're tough. They're playing tough out there, and we still got a lot of football left.
Gianni Ciotti, number 30, going to kick off. Did a good job in the last kickoff. Here we go. Another good ball. Way down there, Mike.
Down to the 10-yard line.
10, 11-yard line.
Well, somebody
Kingswood
slipped.
Coming out. Number 4 is coming out, getting some yards.
And he gets swung down.
Out close to the 30. Good field position, Mike.
And it looked like the tackle was made by Brock Tanner, I believe. Number 26.
Good week last week for Brock. I think he scored. Played well.
A great pass reception and run. And he had another couple of runs also. So we're in the right hash mark, heading north. And Kingswood has the ball on their, it looks like a 30-yard line. And they're coming out in their, I'll call it the Bay City T for the old folks. You got straight T in the back, double tight ends. Give it to the second back, coming across. He fights through. It looks like he picked up a couple of yards. Looking at second down, and it looks like 6.5. They pretty good. You know, if you run the ball 3.5 yards 3 times, they'll never stop you. So that's an old saying my coach had. And
you mentioned it last week. We can't say that every week, Mike.
Well, you know, you might catch new fans, and you know telling the same joke, 12 different times during the year. So same formation, double tights, quarterback under the center. We got a T backfield, And a straight handoff the right side, and he doesn't get too much. It might be up to the, I think he's up to about the 40, 35. Yep, just shy of the 35-yard line. And we're looking at third down and about 4.5.
We're going to see this quarterback roll out now. Left-handed, a little quick, somebody in the flat.
I would not be surprised if you see a cornerback coming on this. Coach Lamb likes to, he's got a good one in Calvin Swanson. But they don't. They sit back, play it outside. They're pushing it outside, and a swarm of tacklers. Defensive end did a great job on that. He, he fought him off with his hands, lengthened out the play, got the support from the inside, and a host of Bobcats took him down for looked like no gain whatsoever. So we're looking at fourth down and about 5, and we've got back to receive the punt. I think we have Dylan
the center
Welsh.
gets the ball back there. Give him a chance. That's
Good.
a little better.
Nice snap on that left-footed kicker. And they're letting it go, which is a wise decision. It's inside the 29-yard line. And that was Joe Peters, captain, who was back on the return, and he smartly let it go. And it looks like we're about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Bobcats with their third possession. I don't know, is that Led Zeppelin? I couldn't tell.
We have a new quarterback? Oh, no, that's
Nope,
Curtis.
same guy, Curtis Cross.
Coming in. Let's see what he's got.
Coming out. We got Jake Crowley wide to the right, Plymouth's right. And we got flanker right, 2 backs, tight end left, straight ahead dive. And for about, looks like about 6 or 7 yards. 6 yards maybe.
Can't tell who ran it. We're going to go with the hurry-up offense.
I believe that was Calvin Swanson, straight dive.
He's getting a lot of work today.
And here we go. Well, we had...
Yeah, somebody jumped.
I got a feeling it's going to be on Plymouth. It was
somebody jumped.
They were trying to rush the play, I think. And
that was a quick handoff to Anthony Ciotti. Got through the hole, but...
So we're back to 2nd and 10. You know, you're running a kind of a hurry-up offense or no-huddle offense, and I think kids are tense and ready to go, and they may jump a little bit early. Okay, Jake Crowley split to Plymouth's right. We got double wings, single back, motion coming to the field, and it's a sweep with Swanson. He's around the corner, some great downfield blocks. Nice job by Joe Peters.
Right-hand sideline,
here's Swanson he's using his blockers well. He breaking out, and he's going to go all the way. That was skillful. He watched his blockers, let his guys come and cut back the other way.
Very patient.
Was a great run.
Very patient. He's getting a lot of work today. It's mostly because he won't be in the second half, Mike.
Yeah. Well, the Bobcats certainly are executing. I mean, he had such great blocking on the corner, and Joe Peters had 2 nice blocks. One as he was heading downfield, but then he turned around, and the guy was coming up behind, and he picked him up too. So, great job by Joe on that play. We got the snap down, the kick is up, and it looks
beautiful.
Good.
Perfect.
Gianni Ciotti, 3 for 3. You know, this is great that Gianni's getting in here and getting this game time practice because, you know, heaven forbid Will has to be somewhere else or an injury or whatever. We got a good, solid backup.
No, we're fortunate. He's doing a great job.
So, Plymouth Bobcats will be kicking off again. See that clock from here? Okay. So Giovanni is setting the ball up, taking a step back. Bobcats getting ready to kick the ball off. 21-0 Plymouth. And we're looking at, I think, a couple minutes left maybe in the first quarter. Gets another good kick. Kick is down to about the 10-yard line. He fumbles the ball. Number 4 picks it up. He's running into a bevy of Bobcat tacklers and goes down. It looks like about the 15, 20-yard line. So they'll take over. The Kingswood Knights, the right hash, 20-yard line, 1st and 10. I would imagine Coach is going to certainly leave in his first defense and maybe spottingly do some substitutions to get some kids some time. But I remember a number of years ago in the 80s, I was coaching at Plymouth State, and we were up 21-0 at the half, and Albany State came back and scored 35 unanswered. So this may not happen today, but we're going to not get too confident. Straight dive, the halfback, he maybe gets 1, and he's pushed back. So we're going to be looking at 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10. And Coach just has started with some substitutions. So Mason Lassard just went in at linebacker. It looks like Nate Ruff is coming out. Nate's limping just a little bit, which isn't good. He had an ankle last year that kept him off the field, and hopefully that's not it. Okay, Kings up the line of scrimmage, double tight ends. They got the straight T in the backfield, quarterback under center. It's 2nd down at about 9. Quarterback drops back.
Oh!
He gets picked off. He gets picked off.
That's it. Threw it right to him.
By Mason Lassard.
Threw it right to him.
He did. It was a dump pass that he was trying to perfect over the middle, and Mason was there and then took it in for a score. So that was a great play by Mason. Good reaction and then getting in the end zone. And, geez, I guess if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all here. It's unfortunate.
You know, the fact Mason held on to that was really good. Not easy. He had a great week last week with only a couple runs and a touchdown, and now he's contributing on defense.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So we're looking at the extra point, getting all the players on the field here.
It's Jay Killian coming in to fill up that lineman spot.
Placed, hold, the ball's up.
Brock Tanner with the hold.
Money.
Sets it down.
Money Ciotti, we're going to call him.
Gianni's doing a great job. Oh, Coach is pulling some people. We're going to work on a second offensive team here, I think, Mike. Get them organized. Get them in there sooner than later.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the advantage of, an unfortunate situation here is that the Plymouth kids are going to be able to play some of their 2s and 3s and get them some experience.
Yeah, they got all the freshmen dressed. But they do that. That's what's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
They get the game experience, and they even get playoff experience. And so for the following year, nothing surprises them, and they're all ready for it. That's how you keep a strong program really solid.
Well, and the thing is, too, is that a lot of times kids come from junior high, and they are used to having played all the time and whatnot, and they come in as freshmen, and now they're at the bottom of the heap again, and they got to work their way up, and kids don't like to sit. Not that they don't have to earn it, but I think the more time they can see during the season and the more opportunities they get through freshman football and JV football, they get more experience, and they're still having fun.
No, they're in a comfort zone, and you're right. They're going in with more confidence is what it amounts to.
I'm just looking at the Plymouth offensive line, and it's pretty formidable. You got Eddie Camp, the captain, 5'10", 235 pounds. You've got Javon Cador, 6', 195. Caden Sanborn, 6'1", 170. I'm trying to think who else is in there. Is that Tyler Stakowski, 6'6", 245. So you've got
Andrew Barrett is the anchor on that team right now. Senior, been around, played a lot of good games. All he has to do is stay healthy. He's 275, 6'2", a big boy, and he's going to be a big plus in that line for us all year.
Okay. So we're in the second quarter, and the kick by Ciotti is up and down to about the 18-yard line.
Stays in bounds.
It's a couple yards, just past the about the 25-yard line, I think, Paul. First and 10.
Close. Yep, right there.
Okay, so they're taking over on their 25, almost 26-yard line. They're on the left hash heading towards Plymouth, and they've got their tee-back field with double tights.
I'd like to see this quarterback roll out and throw some balls. He's pretty quick.
Well,
here he is.
You just got your wish. Lefty, nice pass to number 44. I don't know if he had control of it going out of bounds.
He bobbled it. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
that's a shame, but that could work for them.
Yeah, well, the ball was there, that's for sure. And it's a short, high percentage pass. Would have got him close to a first down, if not a first down.
Big mistake, hit him in the hands, which is too bad. But I think this quarterback could be, he's elusive if he's rolling out. And, you know, that he eliminated half the field, knocking you down.
Well, it helps left-hander rolling that way. That should be a good pass for him.
Exactly.
Now we got...
take advantage.
We got a wing right, double tights, fullback and a backside halfback. And the ball got fumbled again on the exchange.
Fumble. Yeah, they're having a problem with that center, and that's third time there's been a miscue.
Well, usually a way to try to help that is the quarterback on the snap should actually push up against.
They did get a first down off that one fumble. Don't forget.
They did, but that was not in the playbook. I don't think.
He's got to get. They got to get on the same page. You're right. Quarterback and him have.
Well, you got to get under there. And you've got to ride as he's taking that step. He's going to come up, and you've got to ride your hands up to make sure you keep him in place to get the snap. And it's it's a little fundamental thing, but boy, without it, you got what you just saw there, and that's too bad. Okay, we got a wing right, double tights, fullback and backside halfback.
And a mile from their own 25. Again with the drop ball, Mike. That's a shame. Again, we're going to see another punt. And that's too bad. Okay. That exchange has got to be a little. They got to work on that. No excuse, really.
4th and 11. Well, that's something I know at Plymouth because I worked with quarterbacks for 20-some-odd years. And that center snap, we have them warming up, throwing passes, getting loose. The centers always worked with the quarterbacks. And then a lot of extra time, too, to make sure of that exchange. So back to punt for Kingswood. Decent snap, left-footed kicker. He gets it up. And it comes to... looks like 22, Joe Peters. Joe Peters is around the corner down the right side.
Holy mackerel,
he has got some wheels, and he cuts back inside, and he's in for the score, and I do not see a flag anywhere.
Wow. Plymouth always likes setting up that wall. They'll give you an option. Yeah. And Joe's fast.
Yeah,
he took right off.
He might be faster than Mike Boyle. No, I take that back.
Please.
Nobody was faster than Mike Boyle, but I wanted to put a jab in there for him. I don't get to see him every day at school anymore. So, but he does handle the special teams. Mike Boyle, Coach Boyle.
Does a great job.
He does a great job. Those kids do a nice job. And Joe Peters, I don't think I realized he was that fast.
Yeah, he took off.
But he put the Jets on.
Outran the field. The cutback was smart. And we're going for a... What's the score up there, Mike?
Well, I believe it's 34.
Oh, this is a big one. Don't jinx it, Mike.
I'm not jinxing anything.
We want this. Or are we going to go for 2? Either one. Come on, Gianni. Counting on you, buddy.
Good snap. Ball's up. It looks like it's...
Oh, my goodness.
It's good.
That is wonderful news. Now we're going to see a lot of numbers we haven't seen yet. But they're going to have a wonderful afternoon, and this is what it's all about. They practice hard all week.
Well, it's good, and I would like to see Kingswood get a chance to run, some of their plays. They've got to figure out that center snap. It's killing them, which is unfortunate. And,
well, 3 or 4, maybe 5 drop balls already off of center is ridiculous.
Well, and the other thing, too, is your special teams. When you look at field position, Plymouth has had great returns every time, and they've gotten themselves in a good place. Kingswood has not had great field position, as in the last series and one before that. And it just makes you work that much harder, and it's much more difficult to do the things you want to do when you don't have a lot of real estate behind you.
I didn't check on our volleyball team yesterday. I think they might have won. I'll ask our producer, Andrew Fenn, to look that up. He's an encyclopedia. Helps us out all the time. I mentioned earlier, field hockey won 3-0, which is a big win.
And Ciotti kicks it down to the 22-yard line. Kingswood has it. Running up the middle, number 4, cutting around. He's got more yards. He's around the corner. He's got some room. He's going down the sidelines, and they catch him about the 34-yard line. A great return.
Good run. Moving those chains. They're getting down there in a hurry. That was a great return. I don't know if they subbed on special teams, Michael. They may have, right?
Yeah, yes, I'm sure that they did. But that was a great run by Aiden Brierly, and he's a junior, number 4. That was a great run. Showed a little tentative up the middle, but he broke outside and got around the corner, and he scooted down the sidelines. A great run.
Good field position here. I want to see this quarterback do that rollout. If the center can give him the ball and throw a couple in the flat, maybe even catch us flat-footed and get us long.
We got Andrew Newman just came into the game, and again, it's the double tights with the 3 backs and...
I don't see a flag, but we got a timeout.
Yeah, I believe that
Coach Lamb doesn't want to give up any points here. We know that. The second team takes great pride, Michael. Great pride in holding on to the shutout.
Yeah. But I think, with the second team, they they do practice together, but it's always briefly, during practice. They don't get to work together a lot. And it's always a little bit convoluted during a game. They go in, they get set up. It takes them a little while to get themselves organized, and I think Coach just wanted to put that to a stop and put everything in place, and he's doing some specific position substitutions right now.
I just got an update from our producer, Andrew Fenn. Our volleyball team, for the second contest in a row, is swept 3-0, and they're getting tuned up. Jonathan, their coach, does a wonderful job, and the girls play hard for him. So they're off to a good start. It's good to see. Beat Hanover 3-0.
They had a great year last year, too.
Great year last year, yeah. 2 of those girls went on to play at the college level, which is really good.
So we're looking at double tights, wing right. And give to the fullback, number 10, around the corner. He picks up some good yardage. He's down about a 7-yard run.
Good run. Good pickup.
That was the Plymouth right side. And that was Andrew Kenniston on that run. Looks like they've moved. Kenniston was down as a quarterback, but I believe they switched him into the backfield. And here we are again with double tights, T backfield.
Stood him up, but he's still moving the line.
They're going to push him. I think he's going to have a first down on that, which will be their second of the game, but that's the way to start. And they're doing this running the ball.
I think we're 9 minutes on the clock before half, Mike. Yep, 9 minutes just turned.
I think it was 8:59, but
because it just went off a second. Okay, my Nedge.
Okay, well, the offensive center's limping a little bit. That's not a good sign. So here we go. We've got the double tights, the wing T backfield. Pushed him back, but he looked like he may have made the forward progress. Yeah, they're giving him first down. They're going to move the markers, looks like.
It's funny where the sticks were. What are they?
Or
That was their fourth down.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought for sure he pushed him forward on that.
Oh.
That was a terrible spot.
Well, either that or it was just a good stop by the Bobcats. So we get the ball back, and it's 1st and 10 from Plymouth's 20-yard line. And we're going to see new quarterback Parker Eastman is in.
Junior.
And we got Reed Arbingion is at center. And we got our wide receiver split left. I believe that's Dylan Beasy.
He's a good athlete, this kid. I'm glad he's playing football. He can contribute.
And we're running the good
Is
old...
that Mason Lassard again?
That was Mason Lassard. It would look like what we called an 8-18. And that's with your fullback hitting that tackle hole.
He runs hard, and he has stiff arms. And I tell you, he had a good week last week, a good tune-up.
Yeah.
He's already got a touchdown on defense, Mike, with that.
Yeah.
Held on to that one, hit him in the gut.
Pick 6. So we're looking at 2nd and about 8. And Plymouth comes out. They're going to send Dylan Veazey far to the Plymouth right. Double tight ends, 2 backs, got a wing.
Parker with the handoff, caught in the backfield. He's going down for a loss. Big loss right there. And that was Andrew Doby, who last year I said was California. I'm going to start calling him Hollywood, but he's not from California. He's from Manchester. Great kid. We're glad to have him. Parker coming back with the play.
Actually,
got to be a little conservative. What down, Michael? Third?
It's 3rd down and 10. There was no gain on that. I thought he was stopped in the backfield a little bit, but I guess not. So
Parker Eastman dare throw it.
We're splitting wide to the right. Double wing, single fullback. Motion to the right. He's back.
He is going to throw it.
And the ball's up, and it's a great pass.
Wow, is that perfect?
He connects with, was that Gianni?
Gianni, right there. Gianni Ciotti, Anthony's little brother.
Nice.
Great pitch and toss, huh?
It was great. It was nice. It was right. A little bit behind him, but not far. It was still a good pass.
He went up and got it, got 2 hands on it, held on, and just got over the marker for the 1st down. Way to go, Parker. Great pass. So the second team's moving the ball, Mike.
That's what we like to see.
Defense stood up, held them on 4th, and now they're moving the chains.
And we're
great game experience for these guys.
Dylan Veazey split Plymouth left.
He's got wheels. He's probably one of the fastest.
And we're going backside with the fullback who breaks some tackles.
Yeah,
it's Mason Lassard running hard.
Holy mackerel. Another 1st down or close.
Running like a warrior out there.
Good for him. He's off to a great season. Off to a great start to the season.
2nd down and about 1.5 yards, I would say, max. Plymouth is at just about at their 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 from the 40.
And we've got Ciotti is wing left. Full backfield, tight end right. And it's a straight dive with Mason Lassard, who gets the 1st down. He took the handoff and he stopped.
No,
That's
Andrew Doby, number 42.
Oh, I thought it was 44.
Hollywood.
Jeez. All right, well, it was a nice run by him. He actually got the handoff and he stopped. And then it was like a hole came and he ran up through it. So he did a nice job on that and picked up the 1st down.
Andrew Doby, new kid, getting some playing time, just a sophomore. Fighting for some playing time here. Good 1st down.
Double tights, wing right, right halfback
line.
and fullback. Snap, straight dive ahead, and that's
Doby again. Quick feet.
He got up the hole. That was
Hollywood Doby with another good run.
They'd call that a 213, and that's just a straight dive, and that's a tough one for the quarterback because he's got to get down the line of scrimmage and make that handoff, and you got a quick halfback taking off on the snap, and he's got to get himself down there. And that's,
Parker Eastman doing a good job, quarterback in there, keeping the team focused, no mistakes. Everybody's on the same page, moving the ball, multiple runners, even throwing it.
Yeah, we're looking at a 100 formation. We got a backside halfback, wing right, double tights.
2nd and 1
And
yard.
it's a straight Mason Lassard.
Fights
gets
off the tackle and probably got back to. Boy, that's going to be. He probably got the first. Yes. I think he's got the first. Oh, they're saying third. What is it, by a nose?
Got to be close.
Look at that, Michael.
Yeah.
I could see it from here. If they measure that. Well, it's going to be a first.
It's 3rd and inches.
That's
We'll
crazy.
see what coach does with this.
That's crazy. I go for a long pass right here.
And the fullback, it's Mason Lassard who cuts back, stiff arm, knocks a couple people down, and he's down to the 30-yard line.
Running hard.
Kingswood.
Picking his spots, holding on to the ball. Moving the chains. Plymouth does best. Tick, 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 and move the chains. We're down to 2 minutes before halftime. I know this second team wants to get a score in there.
Well, it's like we got a second platoon going in with Luke Basingwaite, the quarterback.
Another quarterback. Another sophomore. Luke Basingwaite, big, strong kid. He's going to get an opportunity here. He's pretty mobile. Let's see what we got, Mike. We want to punch one in before the half.
We got,
Down to a minute 30.
We might have somebody might have taken off a little quick.
It looked like it, but no flag. Referees looking at the clock. They know it's running time. They have an afternoon barbecue to get to, probably.
We got a couple yards on that, maybe. It's 2nd down and 8.
Clock's running. We're under a minute. Coach is in no hurry. He probably doesn't want to score. You know, he doesn't want to look like that guy.
Well, you know, there's ways you do things. And
well, he let it run out last week, too. Didn't kick an extra point. You know, he just let the clock go.
So we're looking at, we got set man left, double tights in full backfield, and handoff to the halfback. Makes a nice cut around, and he's going to be a little short of the first down.
That's Ciotti. Anthony.
24, I think that was, yep. Huh.
Unless there's 2 24s.
There might be, because he didn't run as Ciotti runs.
Again, we're into that JV Rasta. Let me take a look.
Well, we dress freshmen for the home game, so it gives us more kids out there, therefore more numbers, and there might be a couple of double numbers, who knows.
And that was halftime, folks. So let the clock go down. Plymouth with a commanding lead, 35-zip. And no injuries, Mike. That's always good news.
Well, that's good. No injuries, and Plymouth again is pretty much faultless ball. They're not making mistakes, not penalties, and you know.
And there are a lot of kids who are getting a chance to play. That's what's important.
It's good. So we're going to sign out for halftime, and we'll be back with you shortly.
We're back, Mike. And beautiful day. Plymouth with the lead. We got running time, and I think we're going to see a lot of new numbers out there. I want to give a big shout-out to our athletic director, Todd Austin, who's taken over for Jimmy Carey, who's been here a million years. Jimmy's moved on, and Todd Austin just stepped right in. He's enjoying it, doing a great job, and still working on bus service, and, you know, it's still a problem.
Captain COVID.
But he's doing, and Captain COVID, we have to work around that. But Todd Austin's doing a great job, and he's very supportive of all the athletics.
Well, I'll tell you, I talked to somebody this morning, and we were talking about Todd. And this person says, I thought I knew who Todd Austin was, but then I saw a picture, and that wasn't the person I thought it was. But I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him. Like, everybody loves this guy.
No, he's terrific. No, he's very easygoing. Very supportive. He'll do whatever he can for you.
Yeah, but you know, he also he can pull the trigger. He can make the hard calls when he has to, and it's just that, you know, sorry, but that's what we got to do. And you know, there's a lot to be said for that. A lot of folks don't like to step up and do that and take that role, but Todd goes, you know, either way, he'll do what he needs to do. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, well, it boils down to being here for the kids. That's what really Plymouth is about, and that's always our bottom line. Health and safety, and is it good for the kids? Mark Halloran set that up a million years ago with John True, and that's the way we've been. Plymouth is going to kick off here with Gianni Ciotti doing a great job at the kicking duties today.
Down hits the ground down on the 17. Ball's up the middle for Kingswood, and they bring it back to about the 37-yard line. That's a good return.
Good field position for them. They were moving the ball a little bit. And, you know, we'll see how our second team does. They don't want to give anything up. But I like this quarterback for them, Mike. The lefty, if he rolls out there, I think he's probably afraid now, having given up a pick six to Mason Lassard. But you got to put the ball out there.
Yeah. So we're looking at some new faces out there. We've got Logan Custance, number 34. He's playing, looks like corner on the left side. Luke Basenwaith is a safety on the right. And handoff to the second back. Coming through, he gets nothing. Nice job. Tackled by number 87, Brennan Johnson.
Parker Eastman's out there, number 10. Luke Basenwaith again on the defense with Parker. I'm trying to.
We should be seeing Matt Cleary out there somewhere. I'm trying to look for his number, but
19. I don't think I've seen him today. Have you?
No, I don't think so. But
He might not be playing.
Oh, yeah, he's on the sideline right there. I see him, so he may have some kind of an injury. So toss left, and number 87, Brennan Johnson pulls him from behind, stops him after maybe a foot gain.
Another hockey player, tough kid. It's a good play. Dylan Vesey's out there, outside linebacker, left side, 83, very quick, very fast. Good to see him participating this year.
Okay, here we go. Double tights. We've got a wing right, fullback, and backside halfback. Quarterback turns, hands off to the tailback, who cuts up. Nice cut. Picks up about maybe 6, 7 yards. So we're going to be a 4th and 3 or 4th and 4. What do you think, Coach Ferentz?
It's like a long 4, but I don't know. You're down 35-0. Throw the ball.
What do you have to lose? You know, I like the quarterback rolling to his throwing side.
He is athletic enough. He can pull something off here. He's athletic enough. He's a senior.
And they're going for it.
He can make a play.
And we've got the T backfield with double tights. Quarterback under center.
Oh, he's barking again. Oh, he didn't jump.
Okay. Get number 4.
It's a handoff. A terrible call. I don't like that play.
Well, you know, I believe that you had a reverse pivot handoff, and when the halfback got the ball, he did not go forward, which I think was the design of the play, but he kind of flattened out, and then Bobcats were all over him. So Bobcats will take over.
That's a shame.
The Kingswood.
This kid's got a good arm. He's elusive. Big, strong kid. I think he can make a play for himself. But he's not calling the plays. We know that.
So Plymouth is on the left hash, and they're 1st and 10 from the, looks like the 42 of Kingswood. And you got, it looks like Basenwaith in at quarterback, and we got Mason Lassard at fullback. And they're both number 44, so I don't know. I think that's Mason that went in, but I'm not positive.
Luke's number 11.
Jack Killian's in. It looks like Khalil Dakilia.
Yep.
Is at center. And we're double tights, wing right, fullback right up the middle. I think, oh, and we got a flag on that.
That was Andrew Doby, Hollywood, from Manchester.
Number 42, Joey on the carriers.
Getting involved with the program here. Just a sophomore. It's going to be good.
We got a holding, it looks like. Ten-yard penalty. Not sure who that was on, but Plymouth is looking at 1st and 20.
Bobcat penalty for holding.
Second team, they're going to make some mistakes. That's where they figure it out, though.
Bobcats, double tight, wing right, right halfback, fullback. Reverse pivot pitch. Nice inside cut by, I don't know if this is Mason Lassard or not, but he broke a tackle.
Yeah, he eludes one guy, but too far to go. Not going to risk throwing, apparently. Maybe now we will. Number 60.
Luc Bisson.
I don't know if that's Luke.
Well, that's his number. They got him, but I don't know if
I know.
Luke's
I got to
in or
look on
not.
the other page. Let's see. Tyler Dukatowski is also number 60.
Okay.
And he's number 55, I think, in the varsity jersey. So when you get that whole second, third team playing, Mike, it's a little crazy.
Okay. We got a fumble on the play. I believe Plymouth recovers. So we're looking at 3rd down and about
A mile.
19. What do they say? Third down on a bus ride.
Country mile. Luke Bassenwaite, big strong kid. He could throw something. He fumbles instead.
That was another snap. Now the quarterback was on his heels a little bit.
Yeah, he's pulling out, and the ball's just coming.
And the center snaps, and the centers are taught to snap and step at the same time. So that'll take some work. And again, Paul, you know, with these kids that are 2s and 3s, they don't get the kind of time to work together on those things as the varsity number 1s and maybe number 2s do. We try to get them to do that, but there's so much going on, and they're doing so many different things on playing the red shirts. But we got our first punt. The snap is back. Very interesting. And then the kick is pretty interesting too, but it gets a Plymouth roll.
Not
and
much
it's down
of a kick.
down to the 19-yard line.
Absolutely no pressure on that kick. Luke could have really taken his time if he wanted to, but got it down there. Defense comes out now.
Well,
Clock is running. We're under 5 minutes.
Well, and again, Paul, on that, those guys are not the starters. They do not really get much time to work on the special team stuff together. It's brief, just because of the time constraints, but
That's why this is important. They're getting live playing time.
yeah.
This is as good as any practice.
Better.
They'll take a look at the
You
films.
get to beat on somebody other than your teammates.
No, they'll see the films. They'll learn from this.
Okay. Kingswood's in their straight T backfield with double tights. And hand off to the fullback. He busts through the line of scrimmage for about, looks like 10 or 11 yards. He
That was a good run.
off the mark on that.
That was a good run. Somebody held on tight, and that was a good save.
Bassenwaite is kind of holding his left arm straight. It looks almost as if he got hit there. Something looks like it's hurting him, so could be wrong. And here we are. It's going to be 2nd down. I'm sorry. It was a 1st down run on that.
Yeah, big run.
And again to the fullback, going backside.
Looked like a miscue there, but he got a couple yards. Tick, tick, tick. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Plymouth running in all kinds of new names and numbers here. Hard to keep up.
Well, they'll usually, what they'll do is they'll have, kind of two platoon. They'll have a second and third line, or they'll mix the twos and threes together, and then they go out as a unit. Little less chaos that way. Same backfield, T backfield, handoff straight ahead, and the halfback.
It's going to be close to that
nice
first
job.
down. Again, four down territory when you're down 35 zip. Got a nice cheer team this year. Danae is taking a break from cheer, but they kept it alive, and they got a nice group of young ladies out there working hard. Good to see them.
So we're looking at 3rd and 1 for the Knights, and they're in their double tight T backfield. Looks like
it's number 34 again. Falls forward. It's going to be close, Mike.
Yeah, and the quarterback is a freshman, Garrett Burke. So he's got a future ahead of him here.
Well, good for Kingswood. Giving their bench, what little there is, some playing time. Don't risk getting their starting quarterback hurt. That's good play. First and 10. They're moving the chains, Kingswood. Good for them. 62 just getting in there on time. Landon Fogg.
Backside back, breaking through again.
Wow, big run.
Andrew Keniston with about 9 on that.
Could be close to a first down. They're going to move the chains again, it looks like. Ooh, right there by the nose.
Well, they should just keep pounding the ball.
Under a minute in this third quarter. Running time.
I mean, this ball would be a nice, second and inches would be a nice time for a play action pass, but,
Well, you got the
nothing to lose.
freshman quarterback now. I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, no. I think they're just going to go down the field and just try to not make mistakes and get the yardage, and they'll do a good job. Same thing, quarterback keep on that. I like that. He's got 3 blockers ahead of him. He gets around the corner, and he still gets yanked down, but he may have made it.
Close. Barely. Not a lot of speed on that play. Oh, he didn't get the mark, but he got the first down.
Yes, he did.
Move the chains. Good for him.
He got kind of collared from behind there and yanked back, but he got enough. Well, I recall being a freshman and getting taken down like that a number of times. Didn't have a lot of weight to fight it, or a lot of muscle either.
Good for him, 9th grader.
I would like to mention I ran into legendary coach Chuck Lenahan this morning down at the Plymouth State pregame, and I understand that Coach Lenahan is going to have the athletic complex named after him here at the high school, and there'll be a special day for that in the near future. But it'll be the Lenahan Athletic Complex, if I've got my information right. And he was here a long time, did a lot of things, helped a lot of kids. At times controversial figure, but Coach Lenahan did a great job just developing the physical education department, and it wasn't just football, but with football as well, and in all sports. So we put a shout out to Chuck Lenahan.
Fourth quarter is going to begin. They're switching sides. Kingswood still in possession. That little freshman turned the corner just enough to get that first down. So they still have the ball here. Down 35-0. And the coach for Kingswood's got his freshman quarterback. Going to get him some playing time and experience.
They're in their T backfield, double tights. Quarterback turn, second back through, number 10.
That's their quarterback.
Keniston. He was.
Yeah, no, he's still.
They're moving kids around.
Yeah, he's still in the game, and that's going to be a pickup of about 4. Plymouth just keeps running them in and out. All kinds of substitutes going on.
Getting their steps in. Okay, we got the T backfield, double tights for Kingswood. Reverse pivot to number 10 again, who cuts through, cuts back, and he's got a first down. So nice run by Andrew Keniston. Garrett Burke with a reverse pivot, handoff.
He looks like the leader on that team, Mike, like the Francoeur kid from Pembroke. He's their go-to. Senior year, he's got to stay on the field, offense and defense, special teams as well.
Yeah.
So he's having fun, and they got a new quarterback, just a freshman.
And it looks like he's the only captain on the team. They have one captain. That's him. So I would say you're right with the. So we're at T backfield again with Kingswood. They're looking at 1st and 10, double tight ends. Quarterback turns.
Slow developing, but he gets some yards.
Looks like he picked up about 5, maybe 6 on that.
Ten minutes left in this game. Will this second team, third team defense of Plymouth hold on and shut them out is the question. I know they play with a lot of pride. They don't want to give up those points. Kingswood's on the move. They've been in possession for quite a while. 44 goes again around the side, Mike.
44.
He's wide open. Anybody going to get him?
I believe they stopped him just short, maybe around the 2 or 3 yard line. Nice effort.
Matthew Perkins, tight end, running back. Big kid, good for him. Senior. Gets it down there in 1st and goal. For the Kingswood Knights, looking to punch one in here.
They were on the folks at the 5 yard line.
3, 7, 9, 1, 5, 5. Pick up your winnings with the cheerleader.
Here we go.
Again, 3, 7, 9, 1, 5, 5.
I think we've got a score.
Looked like a busted play to begin with, didn't it? Or like a late handoff, or he missed it. Good for Kingswood. They're over. They score. 4th quarter. Just at the 8:40 mark. 8 minutes left in this game.
That was Andrew Keniston with a touchdown on that. He did the lion's share of the carrying the ball.
Yeah, good for him. Senior year, good for him. So they're on the board, and they're going to have a kick for the extra point here.
Snap. The kick is up, and it's no good.
Their kicker must be on the soccer team playing today. That was terrible.
It looks like somebody got a hand on it. It might have been either.
The ball never got 6 feet off the ground, Mike.
No, but I think someone did get a hand on it. I saw the kids jumping around there. I think your boy, Doby. He was
Hollywood.
He was there, and there was another player. They were high-fiving. So
Doby's having a good game. Good for him. Hollywood kid from Manchester, making a contribution. Just a sophomore. He's feeling right at home, and it's a good thing.
So we're looking 35-6. The running time will continue. That looks like, was that, Paul, we're looking at 8 minutes?
8:40.
8:40 on the clock.
I guess they hold off in between for kickoffs and such, but it should be, it should be running. But good for Kingswood getting on the board.
Kingswood kicking off. We'll see if they're going to onside kick or not. Nope, they don't. But
that was a better kick than the attempt at the extra point.
We've got
Bassenway got it, looking to go wide.
He got some speed, that boy.
Yeah, he got some long strides.
Nice run back. He showed some jets on that.
If he's half the athlete his big sister is, he's going to have a good career.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, he's got some speed. They got him playing at quarterback, but I could also see him catching a football maybe.
Yep.
Tall, long legs, good speed.
Good field position at our own 45. See how the second team takes over. I don't know who they got in there. Is Curtis in there for quarterback?
Well, I would think it would either be, I don't think Curtis will be in there. It'll probably be either Parker or...
There's a number 12 in there. Oh, coming off. There goes, yeah, maybe he's off now.
That's a JV player.
Parker Eastman.
Yeah.
So we got all these numbers, JV, all kinds of numbers.
We're split wide to the left. Two backs.
Eastman hands off to Anthony Ciotti, number 24, fighting for yardage. He hasn't had many attempts this game. He was a workhorse last week. Nice when you have a bunch of halfbacks you can depend on, Mike.
Absolutely. That reminds me of the year. I don't know if Andrew Fenn was 17 when we had Gatorade Player of the Year. We were probably 6 or 7 deep with running backs that would start at any school in the conference, and our number 3 back breaks a 60-yard touchdown run in the championship game. So it's just like it's hard to play against teams that have got that many weapons.
Yeah, we were loaded. That's true. Parkwood, quick handoff. Or was that a fumble?
I know there was a handoff, but it was a straight dive. And
here comes 4 more subs coming in.
We're looking at
Parker's still in there getting the call.
3rd and about 5.
He threw a nice ball to Gianni Ciotti, and he made a nice catch. Maybe we're looking at that right now.
You think we ought to give a shout out to Lynn Sanborn, who's always supported us kindly during the basketball season? What do you think?
Basketball, volleyball. She's a great fan, a great supporter of the program, and an excellent teacher.
Absolutely.
Her son's quarterback in the freshman team. He's going to have fun. There's a good run up the middle. Did he drop it again?
I don't know. We're cheering, so I don't think he did. I think that...
it's close. 4 down territory, if I had a guess.
I don't know if we're talking about a penalty out there or not.
Yeah, I don't see the spot. Oh, we're moving back. It could be, see if we can get the call. Yeah, he's ready to march one off. Or not.
Like
I never saw a flag, did you?
Well, no, they're stepping it off though, and it's not a small one, so we missed that a hold in there. So
no, 15 yards is unsportsmanlike. What else could it be?
Personal foul.
Face mask.
Yeah.
Big one right there, Mike. 15. Don't we get 3rd down over?
Yeah, I don't think there's a loss of down on that.
Shouldn't be, but they got 4th down on the marker down there. 4th on the board, too. Okay, somebody fix something.
It doesn't look like they're going to punt. It is 4th down.
They're sticking with the 4th. I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Just under 5 minutes to play in the game. 35-6. Plymouth in command all day.
We got the pass
Back
play.
to pass.
Pass
Parker with a bomb down the middle.
And it's intercepted.
It's intercepted with 4 receivers. 4 of them from Kingswood.
Well, that was a Hail Mary, kind of threw it up there. And
yeah, didn't have enough on it.
Well, in retrospect, the kid should have knocked it down.
I think he's thrown to number 12. Was that Curtis out there? Or is there another number 12?
There is another number 12 out there.
Do we know who it is? Absolutely not.
Let's see if we can find him on the JV schedule. But, it was 4th down anyway, and if he had just knocked it down, they'd have the ball 20 yards upfield. So
I know.
that was, but I mean, the instinct is to catch the ball. I mean,
Of course.
Oh, we got Logan Trusock.
No kidding.
That's number 12. That was him or not. I also want to put a little shout out. We got a legacy here. We got Drake Tottenham, who had 2 uncles and a dad who went through the high school and played football, as well as a grandfather who played at Plymouth State. And a great run here.
He's going to go down the sideline. Nice tackle right there, and he holds on. Number 33 for Plymouth saves us a touchdown right there, Mike.
And that was, the tackle was Nolan Galvin. Galvin, is that related to the Cleary family, maybe?
That's Lance's kid.
Okay, that's good. Nice job. I'll tell you, he put his head down. He was not going to be denied. He took him right out at the knees.
And he wrapped him up.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. He wrapped him up.
But that was a nice run. He got the corner on the right-hand side here closest to the building and took off. And now they're looking at first down on Plymouth's 18-yard line. Double tight, straight T. Ball snap, turn around, hand off. Quarterback's keeping on this.
Keeping it again. Oh, my goodness.
And he gets pulled back, caught from behind by Robbie Thorne.
That's Joe's little brother.
And Joe, I'll tell you what, if he turns out as good as his brother did, he's going to be a good player.
Joe, terrific kid. Nice kid.
Yeah. Robbie Thorne, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's doing a good job, a good student. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad to see him out there. He's having a fun year so far.
I do believe his brother was number 68 too, so there could be some legacy there. He's going to keep the number.
Well, you got to remember, Joe went over to Lebanon for a year. I don't think they did anything with him. He came back here, thank goodness, and we had him for the year we did. He's just a terrific kid.
Yeah. So we're looking at 1st and 5. I don't know how that down was not
what
changed. T State straight drive, runs into the pile, pump, backs out, and he's still. Someone needs to blow that whistle.
Yeah, blow the whistle.
It's number 10.
Yeah, that's a senior.
Fighting for everything he's got out there.
Getting some playing time. Andrew Keniston, the captain.
And we're looking at 2nd down and yard and a half, 2 yards on the 10-yard line. Got some Plymouth alumni playing down at Plymouth State today. Colby Moore and Rowan Drew. Straight T backfield handoff, straight to the halfback, runs into a stone wall, but breaks the tackle.
Holy mackerel, what a great run.
Tough.
Matthew Perkins. Did he score? Oh, no, the other one scored the touchdown for him, the first one. This kid's a kicker, but he had the run to get him down there at the 5.
Yeah.
And he gave it to his buddy Andrew to take it in.
Okay, we're looking at, looks like 1st down on the 5.
1st and goal. Kingswood knocking on the door. Piles moving.
Similar to a scrum.
Is there a fumble?
Might be a fumble on the play.
Wow. That's exciting.
And number 12, is that Logan Trusock? He comes up with the ball.
Way to go. Good job. Just a freshman.
Well, that's a heartbreaker right there when you drive down the field like that and you're 1st and goal and
I know.
You lose the football.
Plymouth starters are thrilled. They didn't give up another touchdown. And good for the defense who held tight. Second team is showing up, and all this playing time.
The game's over. We're running out of time. Yep, it's all. That's it.
They let it run out. 35-6. Kingswood denied at the goal line. And a wonderful afternoon.
Well, I think, again, Plymouth played pretty much errorless ball. They did a nice job when they were out there. They didn't make mistakes. They didn't have offsides. They didn't have fumbles. The one interception was thrown by the backup quarterback, and that was kind of a Hail Mary, threw into some coverage. But, I mean, all in all, I think the Bobcats are playing the way they should the first two games. And even though their opponents have not been as strong as they have been in past years, Bobcats still aren't making mistakes, and that's a good sign.
That's key. Building on not making mistakes and building on your confidence. And they're going to have some formidable opponents coming up next week.
Well, the Bow Falcons are always tough.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
And they with the tragedy that happened, that'll pull the community even closer together. I think it's already a close community, but the kids may end up picking that mantle up and playing for that family.
Yeah, hopefully they recover from that terrible tragedy.
And football's an emotional game, and you can turn something tragic into something, well, I can't say positive because it's just real unfortunate. There's no real explanation. But we certainly, again, send our condolences to the Bow community and the family, and wish them the best down the road. But so we wrap up another one, Plymouth 2-0, and have done a pretty good job on the way, and we'll see. I think Bow will be the first test coming next week, and I think Dr. Ferentz and myself will be back.
Good, clean game, no injuries, always important.
Yep.
And we'll have a good week of practice, and see you next week.
All righty. Take care. Bye-bye.